Alright guys, welcome back to Survive to the Finish. I'm Kanan Cash, and in today's episode we are going to be going for a hike up this mountain and see what we can find. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we're on this old logging road right now. If you can kind of see it. It goes up that way. So we're going to head up that way. And the top of the hill's that way. We're going that way and then we're going to cut up. So I haven't seen too much wildlife or anything yet. It's kind of late in the day, and it's still, as of the day I'm recording this, it's April 6th. So it's still, pretty chilly out. So, but we'll see if we can find anything exciting. Okay, just something I saw right here. You can see on these little saplings here, not really saplings, these trees, how the bark is scratched off of them. Let me kind of go over here. And I believe that this might be a deer scratching the velvet off of their antlers. I could be wrong about that, but that's just what I think. So let me know down in the comments below what you think it is. Alright, and I also just found a lot of these hickory nuts. Hickory nut shells, mostly around this tree. They're all over the ground, right by this dead tree. Now the hickory tree is, I believe, that one right there, but since there are piles, and I do mean piles, it's kind of hard to pick up on camera, all around here next to this tree, I can make a pretty good assumption that a squirrel lived in there during the winter, or maybe still lives in there. So who knows? And I just found this animal scat. I'm not 100% sure what I think this is. I don't know. If I had to take a guess, maybe coyote? I'm not exactly sure. But let me know what you think it is once again down in the comments, because I'm honestly kind of stumped on this one. People ask me why I just love hiking so much, and the camera, once again, doesn't do a good adjustments for, you know what I'm trying to say, for just the beauty, just standing here, just looking down at just all the weeds and the trees. It's just so peaceful, So we have to make it up over there. So the sun is going down, so I suggest we get to stepping. What do you say? He thinks we should. There's another tree that you can see has some nuts and nut casings, nut shells down there. So I wonder what was living in this tree. It looks, that's not a poplar. No, I'm not exactly sure what type of tree this is. Anyway, again, another hole in the tree. I don't know if anything's living in there, but who knows. So I just happen to be walking through here and just happen to notice how you can just vaguely make out, you can kind of see the footprints. Looks to be a little deer trail. So I was just walking and I happen to find this. It's a really good shotgun shell. So probably someone's out here squirrel hunting, which, is fine. Like I said, I see a lot of nuts and a lot of homes where squirrels probably live, so it seems like a great place, honestly. Well, I walked a couple more feet and I found another one, so who knows, maybe they're that close together. The other one was over there somewhere. I don't know what my camera's doing, it's not focusing. Anyway, we made it to the top of this hill, so we have to go very, very, very far down. So wish us luck. Alright guys, well, we made it to the top of the hill. So now we have probably about a 25-minute hike back down. It is 6:30, so it'll be dark by the time I get home, definitely. So this is just a lesson. I hike this place a lot, so I know, and I'm like I said, I'm 15-20 minutes away from my home. So if you're at a place where you don't know, if it's late in the day or you're hiking a place where you don't know, you're not very well prepared, there's a better time to do that hike. There's a better time to go out and explore than to leave your house at 7:45 in the evening. You know what I mean? So just to kind of show you all how high up I am, those mountains over there are very, very, very tall. This is kind of, if you all know where Natural Bridge, like Red River Gorge, this is right around there. So these are not some tiny hills. Like if you can see down there is like the nearest road. Like you can kind of see some cars going by. So like I said, I'm not exactly out in the boonies, but I am, you know, pretty far out. So about 20 feet from where I saw that last shotgun shell, we have a hole in the tree with some nuts. So, like I said, probably a good squirrel hunting place. I can't eat squirrel because I'm Jewish, but if I were to eat squirrel, I would want to hunt here. Also, the reason I picked this place to hike is because last summer, right down there, I found like 3 or 4 morel mushrooms. Now, I could be completely just talking out of turn here, but this plant, which is all around, everywhere, I cannot remember the name of it, so, you know, type that out here, future Canaan. And if this is the right plant that I'm thinking of, it's almost like an indicator that there's morel mushrooms either growing or around here. That could be a different plant that this looks alike. I'm gonna do some research and tell you all in the edit. In this basically just kudzu and briar field on the side of this mountain, you can see all of like the little paths and trails throughout this where and in fact I've set some traps up here just to kind of see what was up here, and I've caught raccoons, possums. I had a trail camera and I caught some deer. So there's definitely wildlife up here, just not out today. In fact, last time I was up here, I saw about 4 deer. So they're here, just not right now. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was kind of boring, not gonna lie. I thought we'd find more stuff. It's still pretty, like I said, pretty early in the spring, so not a lot of things have come out. So if you all want me to do a part 2, where I, you know, hike the same route or route nearby and just kind of do the same thing, I'll gladly do it. Just whatever you guys want to see, comment, because I will do it. There's no reason I haven't. It's just hard to come up with ideas that, you know, YouTube allows, if you know what I mean. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.